With so much negativity and hate in the world today, it confuses me why some of national sports media still think that the best way to cover sports is through negative takes.
I've heard this crazy notion about how much money I spend on my body per year.
Body, was responded very well overseas, along with Team USA. So took care of that, and I kept that going.
We did that, but for the majority of the time, I don't think we sustained the energy and effort.
Remember when LeBron James and Mark Jones ruled Twitter? Their witty comebacks and hot takes had us glued to our screens. But now, they've gone silent, poof, vanished into thin air. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to our channel. It makes such a huge difference to us. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. What made these social media titans crumble? It's like watching Superman lose his cape. One minute they're flying high, the next they're hiding under a rock. You won't believe what pushed them over the edge. LeBron James just shocked the world. The king of social media dropped a bomb that left fans scratching their heads. He tweeted, "With that said, I'll holler at y'all going off social media for the time being. Y'all take care." Just like that, he was gone. You know how big LeBron is online, right? We're talking 50 million followers on Twitter alone. That's like the entire population of Spain hanging on his every word. He's always sharing personal stuff, cracking jokes, and interacting with fans. So when he suddenly goes silent, it's like the sun decided to take a day off. But here's the thing, LeBron didn't just disappear without a trace. His last few tweets were like breadcrumbs, hinting at why he might be stepping back. He reposted something from Rich Kimmin that was all about how negative sports media has become. It's like LeBron was saying, hey, this toxic stuff, I'm not here for it. Fans went wild trying to figure out what was going on. Some people were like, good for you, LeBron, take care of yourself. Others were scratching their heads, wondering if the pressure was finally getting to him.
Process of recovery, and throughout the regular season, it's okay to have a little bit of it, but in the postseason.
And he's reposting and commenting on a post from Rich Kleiman, who I believe is the Rich Kleiman that works with Kevin Durant. He's been associated with athletes for a long time, I think.
I've heard this crazy notion about how much money I spend on my body per year.
And you know what's crazy? Some folks even started talking about his son, Bronny. They thought maybe all the talk about Bronny was getting to LeBron. This isn't just about LeBron though, it's part of a bigger picture. Remember when Naomi Osaka and Kevin Love talked about mental health? It's like that. These big stars are realizing that being online 24/7 can mess with your head. LeBron even has a special name for it. He calls it going 0 dark 40. It's like he's shutting down completely to escape all the noise. But here's the million-dollar question. What could make a guy like LeBron, who's dealt with pressure his whole life, want to log off? Is it the constant criticism, the pressure of being in the spotlight, or is it something we don't even know about yet? Whatever it is, it's got to be intense. We're talking about a guy who's faced the toughest opponents on the court for years. He's won championships, broken records, and dealt with more pressure than most of us can imagine. So for something to push him to this point, it's got to be serious. But hold up, because LeBron isn't the only one feeling the heat from the Twitter flames. Remember when your grandpa tried to use slang to sound hip? Now imagine that, but it's a famous NBA announcer on Twitter.
With so much negativity and hate in the world today, it confuses me why some of national sports media still think that the best way to cover sports is through negative takes.
Yeah, at the end of the day, especially when you lose bodies, you got to compete. You got to compete even harder. You got to, be out there giving everything that you got. And
Definitely not as beat up as I was last time. I feel damn good. I had a great summer.
Mark Jones just pulled a move that's got everyone talking and cringing. But is there more to this story than meets the eye? Picture this. Mark Jones, the voice we've trusted courtside for years, suddenly starts tweeting like he's auditioning for a teen movie. He drops this bomb, "Catch me, I'm out, catch me 3." And if that wasn't enough, he follows it up with, "I'm out of here, see you on the hoy, happy, non-hateful side." What's going on here? Let's back up a bit.
Body, was responded very well overseas, along with Team USA. So took care of that, and I kept that going.
And I kind of just chuckle. That is a number that I will not disclose. But more importantly, I think it's just the time.
He does that, so I say, and he says, with that said, so that made me say, well, hold on, what was said?
Mark Jones isn't just some random guy on Twitter. He's a big deal in the NBA world. He's the voice you hear calling games, breaking down plays, and getting us hyped. So when he starts talking like he's at a high school party, people notice. But here's where it gets interesting. Jones has been stirring the pot on social media for a while now. He's been dropping controversial comments left and right. Remember when he talked about police escorts? Or when he started weighing in on big societal issues? Some people loved it, thinking he was being real. Others, not so much. They thought he was just trying to stir up drama. You know what's crazy? The reactions to Jones's Twitter persona have been all over the place. Some fans are like, yeah, Mark, tell it like it is. But others are shaking their heads, wondering if he's lost his mind. It's like watching a car crash in slow motion. You can't look away, but you're not sure you want to see what happens next. So what pushed this veteran broadcaster over the edge? Was it the backlash from his controversial tweets? Or maybe it's something bigger. Some people are saying that network bosses might be cracking down on what their stars can say online. Imagine having to watch every word you type, knowing millions of people are waiting to jump on any mistake. Here's the real kicker. Jones's attempts to connect with younger fans, they totally backfired. Instead of coming off as cool and relatable, he ended up looking like that one teacher who tries way too hard to be your friend. It's like he forgot the golden rule of social media. Trying to be cool is the fastest way to look uncool. But hold up, because there's more to this story than just two guys logging off.
Because you're losing so many calories, you're burning so many calories, you're burning all your energy throughout those games, so I kind of go heavy on the carbs.
Going off social media for the time being. Y'all take care.
We did that, but for the majority of the time, I don't think we sustained energy and effort.
So I scrolled down, and the tweet before that, or the post before that, he said, "Amen."
Let's talk about the real cost of social media fame for sports stars. It's not just about likes and retweets anymore. These guys are dealing with constant pressure, nasty comments, and zero privacy. Imagine having millions of people watching your every move, ready to pounce on any mistake. That's insane. You know what's crazier? We might see more big names stepping away from social media. It's like a domino effect. LeBron and Mark Jones are just the beginning. These platforms that used to be fun are turning into pressure cookers. Athletes are realizing they don't need that stress 24/7. But what does this mean for us fans? The days of direct access to our favorite stars might be over. We're seeing a shift to more controlled environments. Some athletes are creating private groups or using platforms that filter out the hate. It's like they're building a wall between them and the negativity. Is this the end of athlete-fan interactions as we know it? Not exactly, but it's changing fast. We might have to get used to a new normal where our sports heroes aren't just a tweet away. It's a wild time in the world of sports and social media, and who knows what's coming next?